What's going on, guys? It's your boy JustJake from byglbl, byglbl, whatever you guys want to call us. And today I'm gonna be breaking down a dark ambient sample that I made from scratch. It's something sounding like maybe Future-esque, maybe Future featuring Drake, Future featuring The Weeknd. So yeah, let's go ahead. I'm gonna break down the sample for you guys, show you the sounds I used, what I did to them, and yeah, let's go ahead and get right into it. All right, to kick things off, I'm gonna play you guys a sample so you guys get a vibe of what I made. So let's get right to that. So yeah, as you can tell from just listening to it, I used a lot of synthy kind of stuff, ambient pads, synths, bells, all that kind of stuff. I'm gonna break it down for you guys. So what I started with was this padded analog lab. This is the MIDI I use, C sharp minor scale, going up from C sharp to F to A sharp, back to C sharp, and then I do kind of like a pattern at the end of it that kind of brings it back into this C sharp. So yeah, let me go ahead. The analog lab preset I used was an evolving pad. I believe it was called Dronix. Yeah, Dronix 2. That one's super cool. Let me play that for you guys solo so you guys can hear it. This next pad, I just copied the same MIDI. I used a bank from, I believe was an analog lab bank I used from Noah Cuz, I believe. Yeah, Noah Cuz, Beeman, ambient pad. I'll show you guys what this sounds like by itself. So what I like about these two pads is how different they sound, but they still sound super vintage and synthy. So they go together very well. I try to marry two sounds together that just went together well without any effects. So I don't have to do too much in the mixer. As you can see right here, all I did was add some EQ just to take out some frequencies and put some reverb on it. Then this right here, I boosted some high end because I took high end away from this pad right here. So I boosted the high end where I took it away, added some reverb, and then this plugin right here is super dope by DJ Swivel. It's called Spread. It's pretty cool. It's like a stereo separation. I'll play it for you guys so you guys can get a vibe off of it. As I slowly go up, if you have headphones on, you could tell that I'm just giving more separation to it. And you could also like take away like high end and like low frequencies and stuff like that, kind of give it like a high pass, low pass, band pass sort of thing. And then you can adjust the panning. This plugin is super dope. I got it for free on Plugin Boutique. I think it's buy one get this free or something like that. But yeah, for the next sound that I did, I added a bell that I used in Analog Lab. This bell right here, yeah, it was a Pigment sound called Nero. So yeah, this is what that bell sounds like. And then this comes in. Right here is cool because I use the leading tone, the C, going into the C sharp. So the chord is obviously C sharp right here. So this C goes really well into the C sharp because it just leads right into it because it's the next one in the scale. So that's a really good tip. That's a really good way to use to like get something to loop into the next like 8 bars, the next part of the verse or whatever it is. All right, so for the next part, I added a bass, a sub bass. Just a Reese bass that I had in one of my stash kits. Super subtle slides going into different notes. And then something at the end right here to kind of like drive it a little more into the next part. And then right here, I started using arcade. So what I like to use for arcade for a lot, other than like synths and melodies and stuff like that, is for environmental sounds, kind of like soundscapes and stuff like that, to kind of like add some more depth to a sample, add some more like kind of like life to a sample, I guess, in a way. So I'll play this for you. As you can see, it doesn't really have any melodic presence whatsoever. It's kind of just like a single like note, single choir sounding like pad. That one I used, I believe, is from Obsidian. Yeah, Obsidian is super dope for all that kind of stuff I was talking about. A lot of like ambient sounding stuff, soundscapes. Of course, if you haven't used Arcade, Arcade is cool because you can mess with like knobs right here that they give you. These are effects that they give you. And then if you go into the edit part of it, you can obviously flip it different ways. You can drag this and it loops differently. You can snap the grid. There's a lot of stuff you can do with Arcade. You can edit a lot of stuff. It's super fire. But yeah, that one was an environmental sound that I used. This one's really cool. It's from the same exact bank. This one kind of made it sound like he was breathing a little bit. Super fire. And then for this Arcade sound was a melody that I got. That one's from Syntastic. I really like the stabs that it came with, the beginning stabs from right here, so that when it played with this melody, it made sense. It just sounded good. And then my favorite part of the sample is right here. This is another Arcade sample I used. Yeah, it's from Drip. This sample was cool. I'll play it. I'll play you actually because I reversed it. So this is what it sounded like not reversed. When it wasn't reversed, it sounded more like, I don't know, it sounded different, like, as far as the vibe goes. When it's not reversed, it kind of sounds more like anthem-y, kind of like Little Baby, like type of like vibe. But when I reversed it, it kind of went way more R&B. And then yeah, I just reversed it, add some filter to that one. Just put a filter on it. And that's basically all I did for the sample. Right here, I kind of chopped up the bells right here from the Arcade so that it would play with everything pretty well. Yeah, chopped up the bells. Yeah. That's it. The way I like to arrange my samples is I like to kind of start it with everything and then start dropping a little stuff out. And then right here, I like to make this kind of like a verse section in case the producer wants to just chop up the sample instead of using all the stems. Because I put the stems at the end, so they can use whatever they want. I try to give them as many options as possible. Master for effects was just sketch tape. I put the master preset with the type 2. I didn't really even adjust anything, I don't think. I might have adjusted the rate a little bit, and the age I just used new. I usually just like to mess with the age and then the this compression right here. Yeah, I just think it adds more warmth to it. But yeah, that's basically the whole sample. Dark ambient. I didn't pitch it or anything, just the way it came. Just export it, send it to producers. Try to get yourself a placement. That's the way it goes, man. But yeah, that's the sample. Dark ambient, vintage sounding sample. A lot of pads, bells, sound like the thing I showed you with Arcade, stuff like that. So appreciate y'all for coming through the video. Let me know in the comments what other videos you'd like to see from me. Make sure to follow Global on the socials. Make sure to follow me on my socials. And yeah, I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.